Hello guys, my name is Mohammed and today I'm going to teach you how to work with master detail page in your Xamarin Forms applications. So for that reason, I'm going to create a new application, new blank application in order to show you from scratch how to add that feature to your application. So I'm going to call it like Xamarin Master Detail app. Uh, yep, everything is just fine like that. I'm going to hit create. All right. So first I'm going to hit run to see how it looks like. Um, as you know, this is just the default Xamarin Forms application. Um, yeah. So as you can see, it's just a welcome page and nothing special. So I'm going to hit stop. The first thing I'm going to do is to add a new folder called pages and another folder for the view models. I'm going to drag this main page into the pages folder. I'm so sure you guys all have this architecture implemented. Some people implement it, as you know, with the name pages, some others with the name views or whatever you want. So it's the same thing. So I'm just going to add a new file. I'm just going to choose Xamarin Forms Master Detail Page XAML, and I'm going to call it Master Page. So by default, it creates many some pages, right? For managing the master part, for managing the detail part, and the a class which is a menu item for having that template ready. So I'm just going to get rid of all this stuff. I'm just going to delete all of them except master page. So I don't need the master detail page. I don't need this one. And I'm just going to close all these in order to be able to understand what is happening exactly. Okay, so here we have this main page, our default main page. Imagine this is your starting page, your home page, whatever it is. I'm not going to edit that. This is our default page, so we don't need to manage that for now. In the master page, there's a little code that we don't need that anymore. We just need to delete this detail part, master detail page detail part, and I'm going to get rid of this one too. Okay. There's a small code here behind. I need to delete that. I'm just going to delete all this stuff. Perfect. Yeah. So far so good. So a master detail page consists of two main sections. It has something. It has this part that is master detail page master, and another section that is master detail page detail page, right? So the detail section is just the detail, whatever you are going to your main page basically, or the page that you are going to show to the user, and the master part is the menu part, right? So here you can show basically whatever appears in the drawer. So I'm going to do that part, the detail part, in the code, but the master section I'm going to implement it right here, because the detail section is going to be a page that we are going to show, so it's not going to be a fixed page. So we don't need to hard code that here. We just need to change it every time that the user clicks on any menu in the drawer. So I'm going to here creating this in the master section. I'm going to create my menu. The menu, it starts by a page. So I'm going to create a content page. The title is going to be just one empty space. I'm going to, in the content of that, I'm going to create a stack layout, background color. I'm going to set it as, let's say, dark gray. With a little padding, because as it is in the menu, so it can be so pasted to the top of the page, so top of your phone screen. So I'm going to give it some paddings. The left side is going to be 10. Top is going to be like, let's say 50, 10, and down is going to be like 10 more, just for button. All right. And here I'm just going to keep it simple. I'm just going to say, put the label here to just show that here's the menu. The text is going to be here is the menu, right? So simple. I'm just going to set this master detail page as a main page in the app XAML CS. As you know, by default, we are creating just a main page. In this case, I'm going to just create new master page. Obviously, we need to say pages.master page. And then as a parameter, I need to pass the detail page. Be careful that this part is obligatory, and you can't create any kind of master detail page without having the detail set. So I'm going to say detail equals new master page, main page, sorry. Just like that. So here what I did is the following. I created the master page, and I initialized the detail property of the master page as main page. So it will show our main page in the master page, in the detail part of the master page. So yeah, let's give it a try and see how it looks like. Hopefully there's no error. Yep. So as you can see here, we have this menu here, and here's my menu, and so basically here's the default that we made. So let's give it a little more design. Let's put a kind of icon here that shows to the user that what is that, that there's a menu here, because if there's no icon, so how the users can understand that there's a menu there. So for that, I'm going to just stop the project first. I have some icons here that I prepared them, so I'm going to just use this hamburger icon. You can download it from whatever website that have free icon sets. I'm just going to drag that to the resources folder of iOS. Copy. Yeah. And yeah, so I'm going to use that here. Here where we said the content page, where we created the content page in the master section, there's a property called icon image source. So you can just use that and then copy the name of this file and paste it as it is here. All right, so let's give it a try and see how it works. Oh, it doesn't show up the menu. But the menu is there, so probably this problem is related to, yeah, everything seems to be fine. Oh, something that I forgot here is that in order to show that icon in the menu, you should be having a kind of, you should be wrapping your page into a navigation page. So here I'm going to change this part. Let's make it more clear. I'm just going to create a variable for that. I'm going to say master dot detail. Okay, first I'm going to prepare the main page. My main page is going to be a navigation page, right? So I'm going to say nav page is equal to new navigation page And as you know, as a parameter, you can pass your main page. So I'm going to hit create this like that, right? So I'm passing my main page, as a parameter to the navigation page, and creating a navigation page and setting it to the master detail section. So here I'm going to say here's going to be master, but master detail is going to be not page, right? I hope it be clear. It's really simple. It's just we are just creating a master page, then creating a navigation page containing our page, our home page. Then we are setting the detail of that master page to the navigation page that we just created, and then we are assigning that to the main page. So like that, we are basically just creating our main page, wrapping it in a navigation page, to show the menu in top there, and assigning to the master, and then setting it as a current page. So let's just give it a try and see how it looks like. All right. So as you can see here, you have here this little nice hamburger icon. You can just click that and you will see your driver menu. So let's design a little bit here, and let's show how can we navigate to other pages, like for example from this page going to a second page, and having a kind of menu here and work with that. So as you know, all this is the design. So basically it's up to you how much you design that. I'm just going to get rid of this label. I'm just going to add two other new icons here. Copy them there. Basically, the home icon. Let me show you here. It's a home icon for the home page and profile page, let's say. So I just added these two icons here. You can find them basically in icon. I download them from Icon Finder, a free icon, so you can use it, whatever source of icon to download your icons and use your own icons. So here we had a stack layout as a content of this master page, right? So I'm just going to maybe give it a little more top padding, and maybe little, yeah, just 10 is okay. So yeah, I'm just going to start designing this a little. I'm just going to show the icon. Let's say we need to show the profile picture and then the name of the user. So let's say we need a kind of image here. The source would be this user profile.png. It would be, let's say, width request is going to be like 45, let's say, and height request 45. Horizontal is going to be at the beginning, and yeah, like so is enough. I'm going to change this stack layout to a kind of horizontal stack layout, to have some items horizontally. Orientation horizontal, right? So then the image is going to appear. Let's make this like I don't know, let's say like 80, or even I would like to say 100. I don't know how done it would be. But then after the image, I'm going to put a kind of label saying the username, like for example, Muhammad. I'm going to change the text to I'm going to change the color of the background to something like, let's say, more dark, maybe a little less than this. Yeah. And I'm going to say the name. Obviously, we have to use here a kind of binding to bind to the user's name, to the current user's name. And the text color would be white, to show up a little nice text. And the font size, let's say large. Yep, that's perfect. Let's increase this to like 50 by 50. I'm going to increase the spacing here to something like 7. So let me just give it a try again to load the image. I'm just going to load the project one more time to load the resources. Oh, okay. So what happened here? That our stack layout is from up to down, right? So I'm just going to make it smaller, to be much more better than what it is. So I'm just going to change this one to as it was, vertical. Spacing, doesn't need it. I'm just going to add another stack layout inside of this to be, I'm just going to add this padding to this one as well. I'm just going to pass it to this one basically. I don't need that padding to be in the first stack layout. So the first one would be the parent, the second one would be the one that is just showing the top section, and we need one more stack layout to show our menus down there. So orientation horizontal. I'm going to put this stack layout until the end of these images, and like so, you will be seeing this nice. Vertically would be center. The text the same thing. Center, and we need a little padding in front between these two. A little space between these two. So I'm just going to add some spacing here, like 10, I think is enough, or maybe 15. Yep, that's fine. I'm going to add a little padding for the left side, sorry. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. Right after this stack layout, I'm just going to indent my items here a little bit, to show them, to be able to read the code better. Right after the stack layout, after the first part, I'm going to just put a kind of, let's put some 20 pixels down, 20 units down for the padding. So I'm going to create a line, and then after that, I'm going to create our, items. So here I'm just going to create a box view with the height request of 1 pixel, background color, let's say, let's give it a color. If that one is 5, let it be just a little lighter, maybe 8. And horizontally is going to be fill and expand. Vertically is going to be a start. I'm going to paste to the top of the layout, so it will be showing a nice line here. So it's kind of divider basically. You can add more items here, but it's up to you, whatever you want to design. You can use different colors, different things basically, based on what you like. So here is going to be really our menu. The items that we are going to show in the driver, to the user be able to, for example, tap on this item and go to the home page or whatever. So we need basically a kind of similar implementation, right? We just need to have a kind of icon and a title. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy and paste that code. Let's just see how it looks like. All right, we just need to say vertical options start. And I'm going to just remove this padding of top. I'm just going to reduce it to something like 15. The rest of them is good. Could be like, everything could be good to be 15, left, top, right button, everything. So yeah, I'm just going to just make the text a little smaller. Yeah, and the icon is good to be like 35 maybe. Yeah, it's more like a menu. So yeah, perfect. So this is enough until here. I'm just going to implement the tab command for this. To do that, as you know, we need to implement a kind of gesture recognizer. So I'm going to say stack layout that gesture recognizers, and I'm going to say uh, tab gesture recognizer with the command with the binding, right? So I'm going to say, like, for example, let's say this is a home button with the picture of home icon. So I'm going to say like home command, right? It's going to be just like that. Yeah. So yeah, perfect. So as you can see, we can add our menus here. I'm just going to first go ahead and add the kind of view model for this. First, I'm going to organize here top this namespaces and properties here. So I'm just going to add simple, or let's just keep it simple for now. I'm just going to add a view model. Let's name it like menu view model. And in the page, I'm going to just say content page, that binding context. And then here I need to first add the namespace for that. Let's just get rid of this one. XML namespace, XML NS, view model equal to view models, right? So then in the binding context, I'm just going to add that view model. I'm just going to say, take it from view models, menu view model, right? Perfect. So we just added we just connected our page to that view model. So we can just implement whatever kind of binding to that in that view model. So I'm going to write here a simple command, public command. First, I'm going to add the using, and I'm going to name it home command, and it's going to be any kind of variable with the same properties. So let's say private command, home command, but with h lowercase. So I'm going to say return home command, lowercase, the variable. And if it is null, just return a new command. And that command would be like this. And here's going to be the code. Right? So whenever the user taps on this button, we are just going to say app.current.main page is equal to new, basically the code that we have up here in the app XAML CS. Right? Obviously here we need to say app.current.main page, right? Or could be better that to say just like, we could just take the main page, and we know that is always going to be a master page, right? So we can just take the main page as master page, We need to add the using statement up there. It's going to be like that. So if basically the master is never null, so we know that it's not null. So we just need to prepare the detail page and assign it to the detail property of that. Let's say nav page equal to the navigation page of master page, and then we assign it to the detail part. Right? So let's add some more menus here. This is our first item. It's just a stack layout that has an image and a label, right? And in the gesture recognizers, we add a tap gesture recognizer with the command of home command. So whenever the user taps on this, it will be showing, it will be showing this one. It will be executing this command, and the result of that is to just run this code and show the main page. So let's say we have a kind of another page here, like I don't know, maybe like profile page. Sorry. The icon is going to be user profile.png. So user profile.png. Everything is the same. This one is going to be user profile command. Well, let's just name it profile command, right? I need to create the same command here. I have a code snippet for that. It's really good to use code snippets. It really makes it faster for implementing such a code. I designed it as CMDD. So the name is going to be profile command, right? All right. So here's our command. Basically, we are creating a property that is going to return this value. So here, for being faster to say if it is already assigned or not, I'm just going to say profile command variable is going to be equal to profile command, and if it is null, create a new one. So the first time it creates a new one, but the second time obviously it has a value, and it will return that value. So it will always return that value. So just in order to understand what is this code, in the case that someone doesn't know, I'm so sure many of you knows that how it works. So, and if you don't know, I can create a new video for that and teach you how is that. So same code here. I'm just going to copy this code, and instead of this, we need to create a new page. Like, for example, let's say a Xamarin Forms XAML content page. Let's say profile page, right? And in the content of that, I'm just going to create a new label with the text. Here is my profile page. Yep. All right, so here I'm just going to instead of going to the master page and to the main page, I'm going to go to profile page. Perfect. So let's try that and see how it works. Yeah. So we have a nice little menu here. Yeah, if I click the profile page, it shows here's my profile page. And if I click the home page, it's taking us to the home page. So everything is working fine. The only thing is that the menu is not closing, right? As you can see here, the page is changing. You can see here that it's saying the page, I mean, it's showing the content of the page. But when I click here, it doesn't close the menu. So for that, there's a simple property called that after the showing the page, you can call that. You can say is presented. Sorry, I just forgot the name. Is presented. If you set it to false, you can just close that menu. So I have to do the same thing for the master page and for the main page and for the detail profile page. Yep. So as you can see, it works perfectly. You can just switch between the pages, and it works fine. So just to make the design a little better, the last thing I'm going to do in this video is going to be, in the master page, in the master page, I'm just going to change the color of the, I'm just going to change the color of this header part with the menu part. So the menu normally should be a little brighter, to show to the user, that this is a different section, to make the user feel like a different section. So what I'm going to do is to just, as you can see here, we are using the background color up there. I'm just going to cut that and paste it for this stack layout. Yeah. And for, hold the code, I'm going to use something like, let's say, I don't know, 9, maybe. No, it's really so bright. Let's say 8. You just have to find a nice color for your project, to see which one is more nice. It's just based on the design. So I'm not going to waste your time on this for right now. I'm just going to first, I'm just going to leave it as it is. Just this box view is not convincing me. It's just went out of this, and it's like, instead of being just a nicer separator, it's just like an ugly separator. So I'm just going to pass it to this one. For that, maybe we need to have kind of, we need to maybe reduce this 20 to 0. So let me restart the project. Oh, sorry. This 20 is good. So I'm just going to wrap it in another stack layout. Stack layout. I'm just going to pass this color to this one. I'm just going to put these 2 stack layouts in the same. Yep, this is what you wanted. So basically, here's what we have. Maybe many of you wish to have a kind of icon down here, like the logout icon. So I'm just going to add that feature as well, to show you how it works in case that you need it. So here's the stack layout, right? I'm just going to take that. It's really simple. I'm just going to say logout. Could be a different icon or whatever, but for now I'm just not going to change it because I don't have any more icons here. But as you can see here, vertical option is start, right? If I just change this to end and expand, end and expand, it will be showing an item down here. So this is the way we can do that. Obviously, you have to just change this to logout and then handle that in the view model. So, and just we need to maybe add a kind of more padding from down, like 15, 15, 15, and button is going to be like what was, okay, let's say like 30. Yeah, it's nice. Or put it like maybe 35, and then yep, that's fine. Yep. So obviously with another icon it would be much more nice. Yeah, normally we put the icon, the logout down there. It shouldn't be nice. It's not nice to be mixed with these other menu items. So as you can see, everything is working fine. This is what we are trying to achieve in this video. Um, just let me know if you have any other questions about this, or if you want to know anything else about any other feature if you want to implement in your project. Please like the video, and thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.